We're here at the Prineville Reservoir in Central Oregon to talk about my 2002 e46 Dinan 3. First I'll go around the outside, then we'll talk about the inside, then we'll talk a little bit about the engine and the suspension modifications that I've made. Hope you enjoy this video. Stay tuned, that's what's coming up next. Before I get started, a little background on what this car is. This is again a 2002 BMW 330i is what it started off originally as. I bought this car with 12,000 miles on it in 2002 and I've had it since then. It's now 2017. Since then I've obviously turned it into a Dinan 3, but I've done some other stuff too that I'll show you guys here today. I dated my wife in this car and I take it on regular trips. It's got about 141,000 miles on it now. And it still runs like a champ, still tight as a drum, and I love it. I love this car. This video is mostly for posterity because I may be selling this car in the springtime. I've got a 1976 2002 BMW that I think I might sell this, take that money and use that money to modify and fully finish out my restoration on my 76. I'll do another video on the 76 here later. But you guys let me know in the comments after you see this. Should I keep it? Should I sell it? Maybe I'll do a poll, but yeah, so here we go. Let's start at the front. What I have is OEM European ULO clears all the way around, front and back. I've got Morimoto HID 3000K high intensity discharge fog lights. And I also have halo rings, which I'll turn on for you. Angel eyes. And now what we'll do is we'll work our way around to the back. It's dirty today. It snowed, so the car is an absolute mess now at this point. So moving across to the back, I've got a M3 lip spoiler that's painted to match. Again, the clears, of course, have my Dinan badge. And then the window tint, something I haven't mentioned, this is 35% window tint all the way around. So as far as exterior modifications go, kept it pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So that's the outside. Let's talk about the engine and suspension. All right, let's open up the hood, talk about what's in the engine bay first. Maybe some of the things you can't see. Pop this here. Starting to lose a little bit of daylight, so excuse me, we'll make this quick. All right, so what we have here, starting at the top, working our way down, Dinan strut bar. This is made of aluminum and it has carbon fiber little inserts. I think they're just little pieces of, it's not all the way through. I suspect it's probably just a sticker, maybe real carbon fiber, I don't know. Should be for what they charge for it. Battery cover's loose here, keep it on tender. This is a true cold air intake from Dinan. This actually goes down and grabs air from up underneath where the brake duct is on this particular car. It's an M-Tech car from the factory, so it's got lower suspension, staggered wheels, a bunch of other stuff, which you'll see, sport seats, you'll see kind of some of that stuff inside. And so I've got the strut bar, I've got the intake, I've got the larger Dinan throttle body. Some of the things you can't see is I've got a Turner Motorsports underdrive pulley on here, as well as a Stewart water pump. I have replaced the Vanos bearings with the Bayesian kit. And as far as engine modifications go, I haven't done, what's really left is ultimately maybe cams or some sort of boost, supercharger, turbocharger, and headers. That's about it. So again, I feel like I've kind of topped it out a little bit with 140,000 miles on it. I'm not too sure I want to put boost in it, which is why I'm thinking about selling it this spring. Guys, let me know in the comments if you think after watching this video I should or shouldn't, like I mentioned. So that's about it for the engine. And I do have a TSE3 UUC exhaust, catback exhaust. You guys will hear that in a minute. So that's basically the engine modifications. It does have stage 3 software for the engine to match the throttle body and the cold air intake. It also has the matching transmission software. So those two things all came from Dinan, or the software all came from Dinan as well. So that's basically the engine modifications. Some other stuff, let's move around here. Suspension wise, I've got Coney FSDs, which is frequency selective dampening. And I've got UUC rotors, front and rear. I don't know if you guys can see those. Let me see. Let me get down there. Let's see if I can. UUC slotted rotors. And obviously I've got good pads in there, and I've painted the calipers. And if we move down here again in the rear, again slotted rotors, OEM size, and then back here of course is my UUC exhaust. So that's it for basically, oh, and I also have Hotchkiss sway bars front and rear, which you won't obviously be able to see. So that's kind of it for suspension and transmission and engine modifications. So let's now move into the inside. All right, let's make our way to the inside. And on the inside, I've got a M3 steering wheel. This obviously isn't automatic. If it was a stick, I probably wouldn't even be considering selling it. Factory OEM sports seats. The only other modification that I've done with the interior is putting this P3 gauge on, which you guys can see in my underdrive pulleys. I've got like a Uber-ish type of phone mount there, but other than that, it's bone stock. I've got all-weather mats, of course. So, but as you can see, with 141,000-ish miles or so, it's still in pretty good shape. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Should I keep it? Should I sell it? I sure do love it. She's a good ride. And I hope you enjoyed the scenery, and I hope you enjoyed the trip out here with me. So thanks for watching.